Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Hagen Renner, and I'm running the channel business in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and Nordics for Rohde and Schwarz cybersecurity.
Okay, my name is Mohamed. I'm the sales manager MSSP for the DACH region. So you see, we are all into long titles like our presentation. And yeah, before we start, I wanted to say sorry, I'm not a native English speaker, so I try my best. And so please patient with us. I know it's a hard slot because the speaker before us was a beautiful lady, and now you have two guys here talking about IT security. But okay, should we start?
Yes, please, and please be aware about the timing. I have around 1,000 questions with me,
Okay.
which I will ask you.
Okay, let's try. Okay, I wanted to start with the theme of digitalization. It's like, of course, everybody knows about it, about the transformation in the digital world. And this is like, you know it by a chart of Tom Goodwin, who says, okay, there's something interesting is happening because like the biggest taxi company in the world has no cars and the biggest hotel app has no rooms for real, you know, and the biggest media owner has no content at all, Facebook. So something interesting is happening and is changing businesses nowadays.
But Mohammed, what does this mean for us as human beings and users working with this stuff?
Yeah, this is also interesting because digitalization is not just affecting businesses or the digital world. It's also affecting the humans being in the, like in social level. I brought you like two kinds of stuff. Left, Sherry Turkle, you can look it up at TED. She is like analyzing how the digital transformation is affecting our conversation. So a lot of people are like trying to avoid conversation because it's not something like you are writing where you can delete, repeat, or copy something or take your time to respond because a conversation is in real time. So this is like something is changing even in our social behavior. And the right one is Dr. Julia Shaw, who is analyzing how the digital transformation is affecting our memory. Because long ago we were educated to read long books and to like analyze stuff and give the information back. And nowadays we are just good at repeating, but in short terms just in different subjects. So this is also affecting that.
Stop. What does this mean in case of collaborating between people?
Yeah, this is like a lot of different things, and even if you use something, we have now different expectations. So if you want to use something, the first thing, it must be simple, so it's like easy to use, intuitive, good UI, and the second thing, it should be smart, so it has no obstacles, it's efficient, and so on. So this is like the expectation which you have nowadays if you use, for example, an app. So if you're providing an app, try to make it simple and smart as possible to be competitive.
Okay, and what does this mean for me individually?
Yeah, let's take a look, because nowadays, as a normal person, you have like a mobile, you have a PC, you have some kind of tablet, and using a lot more clients. There's a statistic who's shown that in 2020 we'll use like 10 clients at least.
Okay.
And so if you take it back, what it depends on, it depends on web applications. So on some kind of service behind it, which are talking together, you're using your Uber, you're using your Airbnb, and so on. And so this is like the normal digital world now.
So this looks really complex.
Yeah.
Is it that way?
Okay, let's take a look. Maybe we, as a normal person, you have like all your clients, and in the background you have like different kinds of web servers, of applications, talking together and stored in different clouds, which also needs to be some kind of connected. And so, yeah, it is complex. It is even opaque, so it's not easy to see through this whole things.
Okay, this is really confusing me. Complexity on one side, and how does this work together with security?
Yeah, now you mentioned like the key word for me is security. Is it just simple and smart, or is it even secure? And let's take a look in the background what is happening. If you go to the internet, you have like Google, which I can search all websites, but there's a Google for things, which is called Shodan.io. I don't know if you know it. I want to show it live, but it will take too much time, so I just screenshotted it. You can search for web server, for web applications, and there is even sites where show you which of them are really open. So you can take a look at different kinds of open servers if you're just searching this website. So yeah, I would not say that it's secure.
Okay, now I got it. A little bit more. And how can we proceed? How can we solve this?
Yeah, maybe we can use it because European security solutions can provide you security in this term. Because the fact is, the digital transformation is unstoppable. We can do nothing about it. It will happen. It's just a matter of time, which will change everything we also know. Every disruptive technology will take place and something you've never seen before. So the solution is it to make it simple and smart, because this is how things are done now, but also secure. And there are two ways. You can do it like application-centric or data-centric.
Okay, now I got a little bit about the overview. Please, could you be a little bit more concrete? How could we solve these security issues?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do, but I will give you like a short example. For example, a lot of people are using SharePoint. SharePoint Online in the cloud, for example. And a lot, when they want to make something like that, which is like simple and smart and collaborative and like the new age of software solutions. And if you want to make it secure, for example, you want to encrypt the data, a lot of features will not work anymore. Because if you encrypt the data, it's like cryptic, and SharePoint can't read it anymore. So there's a solution from us. So for example, you take like a document which is like confidential, and then you put it in our magic box.
This is the magic cube you're
This is the
spoken
magic cube from Rohde and Schwarz. Yes, this is correct. This is called the trusted gate, which is by us and is unique. And this thing will do one thing. It will create a virtual doc with all the metadata for SharePoint to work with it. So you can put it in the cloud. There's no problem, because the real content will be encrypted and cut into chunks, and then it's provided in different clouds. So you can store it in a data center, the real content, for nobody can access it, it's encrypted. You can't like reverse engineer it or something like that. And SharePoint can still do your workflow, because most encryption models, there's a lot of them, will disrupt your workflow, but this kind of stuff will not.
Okay, and I, as a normal user, have to know all about this, or what does it mean for me?
No, you don't know. I'll just show you like the user view. The user view is quite easy. You will use SharePoint like every time you do it. You have like the trusted mode on the right above side. You can see that the files are encrypted. You can't read the title. And then when you activate it like a normal way, like the authentication, you will be able to read it, and we will be able to open it like the normal way how you would use to it. So for the normal user, it's like no difference at all.
Okay, and everybody else who has no access will just see the encrypted data names, and that's it?
Yes, this is fact. So if he has no qualification, no authentication with credentials to the trusted gate, he has no idea what is happening there.
Okay, that's great stuff. So that's the data behind, but could you go back and look to the web application right now?
Yeah, of course. We have even application-centric security, which means, for example, if you take a normal website, I just took something from the internet, and you have like the credential login browser where you can put your credentials in it, and for example, you can lose a lot of attacks. One famous one is the SQL injection. I think a lot of people here know that. So you can use a term of SQL subjects, put it in the field of credentials, and so you can get the data directly from the web page. And there's a security issue about that. So there's something where you can secure with it, and we call it like the Rohde and Schwarz Web Application Firewall, which will be easy. You can, because I think the network Wi-Fi will not block all kind of viruses and so on, because the hacker can go through it, but the RS web application wall can deliver, filter like the right user, and let it proceed to your web servers.
Okay, and this is as an important add-on to the typical network firewall everybody has
Yes,
already.
it is. It works on a completely different layer.
Okay, so both things have to work together. I got it.
Yes.
So these solutions are quite long in the portfolio of Rohde and Schwarz Cybersecurity. Why is this? Why should I use and why should I speak with Rohde and Schwarz Cybersecurity?
Yeah, this is like one of the most important questions. Why Rohde and Schwarz? And why? Because web application file isn't something new. And I think to be just put it down in three things. I would put it down because of security reasons, because we are a German company. Since 18 years we're doing security, right. And since 20 years we're doing web application firewalling, dedicated just for that. So we have like no backdoors, because we are not bound by the Patriot Act like US companies, or we have like no problems with the other stuff, like we are not a Chinese company or something like that. So it's quite German, and all the solutions to be just GDPR compliant and so on, we are hosted in Europe. And yeah, also because of the flexibility of our partner model. So we have like the option of white labeling of the MSSP option, so you can OEM our solutions for your cloud. So even if you are a cloud provider, host provider, this is like the perfect opportunity for us to use like unique products from us. And of course, of the scalability, we have like a large range of products, and you can pay as you grow. We have good subscription models and so on. And even on the technical side, you can use it in the private, public, or hybrid cloud.
Okay. Now, all my questions have been solved, but during your presentation now I have hundreds, a dozen of additional questions. Where can I get these answers right now?
Okay, just follow these two people. And if you're going with them, they will bring you to the booth 313 where we can show you all the kinds of stuff, all solutions, and to provide you more information or even a demo.
Okay, thank you everybody.
So thank you very much.